good afternoon, Ashutosh, and welcome to my YouTube channel. How are you? How are you doing?
Yes, good afternoon, ma'am. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. And it is a nice day. I would say, like now it's winter here. Actually,
Yeah.
not that cold, but from the last 1 or 2 days, we are experiencing a bit cold here. So, yeah, everything is going well and I'm fantastic. Thanks for asking. How about you? How's your day going so far?
Yes, I would say earlier I was under the weather. Now
Hmm.
I am fit as fiddle, I would say, walking on the air. So I'm perfectly all right. And, like I told you, mojo, and an appropriate word that I'm using here. When I connect with the people, when I impart, when I acquire something from my co-learners, that feels me mojo, top of the world.
That's great to hear. And I'm so happy that you are fit at Fizzle now and no
Yes,
problems. That's very
yes,
good that because whenever we are under the weather, we are not able to do whatever we want to.
yes. Of course. And I'm a person like full of beans. I'm a person like
Mhm.
love to go with my energy, and energy is contagious. The kind of energy you are spreading towards your co-learners, you will get the same, isn't it?
I believe the same. Exactly. It is very important to be happy, energetic, enthusiastic. That is going to help them to boost their confidence. If you are very strict and kind of serious personality, it becomes very difficult for them to actually express themselves in front of you. I believe the same. I am a very jolly kind of person, and I become friend with them, so they become comfortable to share all those things.
Same here. I think I would say I can use here an idiom also. We are like a two peas in one pod, similar.
Yes, I got the same idiom in my head. Yes, you're right.
Okay, so on this positive note, before we embark the conversation, I want, I'm all ears to know about you.
Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity first. Okay, I'll tell you about myself. My name is Ashutosh Dwivedi. I hail from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. About
Mhm.
my education, I have recently completed my master's degree in English literature. Apart from this, I have been training people for the past 3 years. I help them with their spoken English, right? And when it comes to my YouTube channel, it's been around 3 years. I have been completed 3 years on my YouTube also, where I upload conversations. I have uploaded more than 400 videos over there. So that's all about YouTube and about my hobbies. Nowadays, to be honest, I don't get a lot of time to work on my hobbies, but I was very much interested in singing, photography, and
Oh,
cricket, playing cricket
that's
when I was at a school and college. But from after this post COVID, I don't get a lot of time to do all those things, whichever I told you about my hobbies.
great. It's a lovely introduction. And, let's just start with your hobbies. Let's just make that environment more conducive. And let me ask you, like you said, that you are into singing, right? So, what
Yes.
kind of, what is your taste? Let me just ask, what is your taste?
Yeah, so I like sad songs. I like
Ah,
actually soothing songs, and I like love songs as well. But I don't like rock actually,
uh-huh.
like Bappi Lahiri or some actually other songs, Usha Uthap. All those things I enjoy, but I don't sing. Means I listen to them, but it's very difficult for me to copy that voice. That's what it
Mm-hmm.
is. But I like very soulful songs. I would say Arijit Singh or
Mm-hmm.
Jagjit Singh and
Mm-hmm.
this Jubin Nautiyal. All these
Uh-huh.
people I like very much. And I like some ghazals too. Gulam Ali. Yesterday I was talking with one of my students about this Jagjit Singh, Gulam Ali, and all these people. I like the kind of songs they have and very sad and very, I would say, real feelings they have given to us with their songs.
Great. With the same token, I have the same flavor. I love to
Mhm.
listen 90s music, especially, the romantic song. I don't want to listen
Mhm.
that sad song because I feel like that
It
song will
makes
let
us gloomy.
ah yes,
Yeah, it
I
does.
start
Uh-huh.
crying. So I don't love to
Mhm.
listen that song. But now I love to go with romantic song. Yes, great. Okay, so let's just talk about English. So let me ask you one question that who motivate you or what is that motivational source behind, your journey of English?
Yes, there were few cases, and I got the inspiration for my spoken English. Once I
Mm-hmm.
was at university and I was in a queue of bank. Okay.
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
there was a guy from any other state. I'm not sure about it. I was in BHU when I was in the university. So there was a guy from other state or maybe other country because it's a kind of international university. So
Mm-hmm.
he asked me that, can you speak English? And he wanted to say something or he wanted to ask me something regarding that bank work. But I said, no, I can't. And I said that confidently. And I felt really good that I can't speak English. I said, no, I can't. Okay. I denied. But later I felt that I would not be able to understand people in future due to this language barrier. So is it a good thing? No, it's not a good thing at all. And second thing, what happened one day, again, there was a sports meet and two of professors from another faculty, they were talking to each other. And one of my friends and I, they were looking at actually their faces, how nicely they were talking and we were just, enjoying that process. But after 1 minute, I felt, oh my goodness, I can do
Mm-hmm.
it too. Even though I'm a student of graduation, why shouldn't I improve myself? So those two incidents were there, which gave me the inspiration to work on myself. But I did not get time. I was doing BCom honors accounting there, and I did not get time to work on it. But in COVID-19, I came back due to COVID. So I got a lot of free time at my home to work on it. So I thought, why not to improve my anchoring skills or communication skills? Because I had a great opportunity in at university that I was thinking if I would go back, I would do anchoring and all those things because I had seen my seniors doing it. So,
Uh-huh.
but unfortunately, I was not able to go back there due to COVID 19. I
Uh-huh.
completed my whole degree from home itself, but I learned spoken English and I worked on myself. I became better as a speaker. And of course, there was a statement of Warren Buffett that one
Mm-hmm.
anchor asked Buffett that what would you recommend somebody despite thinking about age that is
Uh-huh.
going to improve himself in his life. So he
Mm-hmm.
said if a person works on his communication skills, he is going
Mm-hmm.
to be 50% better than himself. So that gave me a great actually enthusiasm to work on my communication skills. And from then onwards, like 29th April 2020, I still remember the day. So then I started my journey and I started speaking to strangers. I started talking to the people like 20 calls, 25 calls in a day. And that helped me to become better.
Hmm. Great, great, great. And yes, learning is a treasure.
Mhm.
Learning is a
It
treasure
is.
that stay with you, and that stay always with you. So embrace it, grow with it, and let your journey to shape it, right? Let your journey to, because learning has
Sure.
power. Learning has tremendous resource to change your personality upside down, right? It will change, completely change your destiny, I would say, completely.
Yeah, it
Right.
can.
The second thing I would like to mention here, I love to do anchoring part, the society where I'm living, the society where I'm living, and whenever they are having a kind of, that cultural event, right? So they call me
Mhm.
for anchoring part because that's my passion, that's my hidden passion. And yes, I love to go and I'm anchoring at my society. I'm not going, I mean to say, I'm not on that, level of anchoring, but yes, somehow I manage, and that's my passion. I'm following it, I'm chasing it, right?
That's
And
great.
yes, and third thing, I would like to narrate my one of incident. When I did
Mhm.
my schooling from government school, from vernacular medium, and when I was going to the college, I was filling form, and I was in the
Mhm.
queue. So there was a girl from English medium, from
Okay.
English medium, and she asked something to me. I didn't remember, right now, but she asked something, and I was not able to reply it. And she suddenly asked me, "Are you from government school?" I was looking at her face like that. Oh my goodness, what's wrong in that if I'm wrong, government school? Is it a crime?
Mhm.
Absolutely not. And ever since, that was I would say, a second motivational source for me to learn this
Mhm.
language, to work on my communication skill,
Right.
to grow the horizon. Okay, let's just keep aside. So my second question to you, and how do you, I mean, what kind of exercises or activities you are doing to improve? your communication skill on daily basis?
Yes, I have done a lot of things previously. I don't do a lot of activities, to be honest, now. But when I started my journey, I did not have any environment as I was at my home, and
Mm-hmm.
nobody was speaking English there as it is village. So what I started doing from the first day, I got an application that was Buddy Talk. I
Oh.
think you might know or not, Buddy
Mm-hmm.
Talk. So, but now it is named as Story Talk. So I started speaking with the people there on Buddy Talk. I started talking to strangers and I learned the basic part of the conversation, that how to introduce, how to ask about the family, how to ask about your goal, because people were beginners there. So they were not into very much advanced level of conversation. So first thing, I used to do conversations a lot. Second,
Mm-hmm.
I started following the people like English with Lucy, English with Vanisha, Lingu Marina, Bob the Canadian. I have been following all these teachers for the past 4 years. And
Mm-hmm.
then third thing, I followed some good people like Sadhguru, Gaur Gopal Das, Mahatre, Tom Bayu, Jay Shetty, Ranveer Alavadia, all these podcast hosts. So I used to listen to their content as much as I can, and I used to write all those things in my diary. I still have all those things. So, and these are the main important things which I did. So, listening was the first thing. Second was speaking to people as much as I can. And third, many activities. Speaking in front of mirror, reading and recording. I used to read stories and record myself. I used to speak like a motivational speaker in front of mirror. I used to
Mm-hmm.
practice this tongue twisters, okay? And I
Okay.
would take a paragraph and I would speak out loud, that loud reading. So I tried everything, whatever my companion they told me to do it, because I was very curious to know all these things. And I used to ask this question to everyone, that what kind of activities you did to improve yourself. And whatever they told me, I tried everything. I tried everything. I used to
Mm-hmm.
write a journal. I used to record myself. I used to speak in front of mirror, camera, Skype conversations, audio conversations, and everything I did. So that helped me. But nowadays, what I do, it is pretty simple. That most of the time, because now I feel like there is environment in my room related to
Mm-hmm.
spoken English. So all the time I listen to English content, I watch English content, I talk to people. Sometimes I get inquiries related to my spoken English classes. I answer them, I make them understand. So all these things are there, and I train students also. I conduct sessions for my students. So now I don't have to do a lot of things consciously. It is there
Mm-hmm.
in my habit, and it became my
Yeah.
profession now. So
Mm-hmm.
it's easier now. But before I was pretty dedicated to do all those things, and I used to write everything in my diary, that today I have to do practice for 5 hours, six
Oh.
hours, all these
Oh.
things, and I did. And there was one day when I did practice for 10 hours. I spoke with the people, not consistently, but after taking breaks. But throughout the day, I spoke with people for 10 hours in that COVID
Mm-hmm.
period. So
10
all those things, yeah,
hours. Hmm. Great.
yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you, I have another question. We always talk about that thinking in English, right? Think in English. Always, all the time, people are emphasis think in English. That it's a different kind of a terminology, I would say. So, what do you have to say about think in English? How can we develop that habit in our life to improve the communication skill?
Right. So it's all about the environment, as I told you. When you would read in English, write in English, listen in English, speak in English, for sure you are going to think in English, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is the thing which I did. So think in English, it is very important, because some people, what they do, as I told you, in some institutes, they teach actually the English, the story in Hindi to English, translation Hindi to English. So means they are teaching like, conversion. They are teaching translation, but they are not teaching us directly to think in English. So that is
Yes.
very important, to think in English. And if you are going to surround yourself with English, I'm sure that you would be able to think in English. Because when I started my journey, I used to have a lot of things in my head, but I was not able to speak just, all those things. But now, whatever I think, I'm able to express myself. So all these
Mm-hmm.
things comes from the practice and that surroundings. So when you
Mm-hmm.
surround yourself with all those things, for sure you're going to think in English. So that's what I feel. And consciously also you can do it. Like I'm sitting in a room right now. I can say like, oh, my light is on, my fan is just switched off. I have
Mm.
a wall, just watch there. So all these activities also we can do. Actually, we can try to speak in English. We can convert whatever we have in our surroundings. Try to
Yes.
speak to ourselves if you do not have any partner. So, but I tried everything. I still remember in those days,
Mhm.
whenever I used to ride bicycle, I would go and I would talk to myself that if Greta Thunberg, Malala Yousafzai, all these people can do something wonderful in their life, why can't I? Because they are
Yes.
in the same age like me, like 18, 19, 20. So I used to talk to myself. I used to listen to UK radio, US radio, and all those things. I tried multiple
Mm.
platforms, Clubhouse, High Local, this Talk Club, or many more than I was part of more than 50 WhatsApp groups where people
Oh.
used to speak English with each other, right? So yeah,
Mm.
all those activities I did, and I interacted with more than 20,000. Actually, I have completed more than 20,000 conversations till now
Mm.
in
Okay.
the
So
past
that
4 years.
okay. So that's the secret behind it. Okay, I got to know
Hmm.
it. But on this positive note, I would like to share one,
Hmm.
podcast. I That was a postcard of Jack Ma. He's the owner of
Hmm.
Alibaba Group,
Yes.
right? Jack
Yes.
Ma. I was listening his podcast, and he was saying, and that really stuck me, huh? That really stuck me. And he was saying that the difference between the ordinary people and the extraordinary people. Only one difference is there. Extraordinary
Hmm.
people, they are not complaining. They are eagerly to solve the problem. I mean, they come up with the solution. They have a mindset of figure it out. They are solution
Yes.
oriented person,
Hmm.
right? And the normal person, they always complain it. The people like, ma'am, we don't have a partner, right? And we don't have environment. A lot of bag of excuses they are flaunting, right? So the people, those who are complaining, right, those who are
Hmm.
complaining, they will not level up their English. And he said one thing:
Hmm.
opportunity lies where people complain, right?
Yes.
So be the person who has, be the person who has courage to master up for new outcomes. Be the person who still try.
Exactly, right. Yes, you
Yes.
cannot change a lot of situations sometimes. We cannot change our external environment, but we can change ourselves. The better
Hmm.
we adjust, the better we accept the things are, and then try to do it something, whatever you want to. But of course,
Exactly.
always we say, like, and I know many people I have seen that they will complain, but when you give them actually this advice, but they don't want to work on it. So always they are giving this satisfaction to themselves, not to others. They're giving
Hmm.
excuses and giving satisfaction to their own mind. That's what
Hmm.
it is.
Yes, yes, yes. Very important. I'm also a solution-oriented person. I can't allow myself sit at the corner with a crying face. No, because that's not going to be solve my problem, right?
Mhm.
I have to come up with a solution. So always go with the
Right.
solution instead of bag of excuses, right? So last but not the least, have you ever encountered the criticism, flack? Not criticism, a flack, जो बहुत बुरे वाला होता है, flack in your life related to this, spoken communication.
Yes, I would say yes. I have faced criticism, but not that actually very bad criticism where I would say, oh my God, like, why they are after me. No, not like that. But yes, many people were there. Even though when I was at my hometown and my village, people used to say, like, what happened to him? Most of the time he's over the phone. Maybe he's got some partner, or maybe the girlfriend from other states or other country. So he's always interacting in English. Or sometimes people would think he's trying to show off, and all those things people would say. I did not hear directly because I was very much into my own world, but
Mhm.
people told me that all those things they say behind. But I said no, I don't care about it, because I know what am I doing and what kind of benefits I'm going to get. And second thing about this pronunciation and accent, people call it, many times I got till now, sometimes I get it, people write down that why are you trying to fake it up, it is not your natural accent, speak in a natural way. I say, like, you are listening, people are listening to me for, like, 3 years and 4 years. So in every single video, how can I fake it up the same style,
Yes,
right? I can't do
yes,
it. So if it
Mm-hmm.
is not natural, how can I do it like, for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and 50 minutes? Maybe I can do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but I cannot do it for hours and hours.
Yes, of
So
course.
for this accent, actually, this is actually the not with me. Many people actually suffer from it. Somebody likes your style, at the same time, somebody hates your style. So that
Mm-hmm.
criticism I faced a lot, many times. That always
Mm-hmm.
people tell me that it is horrible. Why don't you stop making videos? I can't hear you anymore. So, but I say like, why don't you stop watching my videos? Like, if you don't like it. So all these things are there, but sometimes I face all these problems, and that's very common. So
Same with
and
my.
sometimes people would say a lot of
Uh-huh.
negative things. If I would say very positive about myself, that I want to see myself on international stages, or I want to be a wonderful speaker, they would say
Mm-hmm.
like, please call me when you are on that stage, because they want to make me down. So all these
Oh,
things happened. Mhm,
I learned one thing throughout my journey.
mhm,
When
mhm,
you are climbing the ladder of success, no, people always ready to pull you
mhm,
down, always ready to pull you down. But that's not their fault, right? We have been taught the
mhm.
same thing, right? So,
Exactly.
it's the same thing. And second thing, like I, talk about my kids. My daughter, sometimes she use a different accent, right? Why?
Mhm.
Because she is getting influenced by the cartoons, right?
Cartoons, yes, right.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. So it's a natural process, I would say, right? Natural
Yeah, it
process.
is.
What we
Mhm.
listen, we are implying.
Exactly, but it's very difficult for people to digest, and they feel like why he's faking it up, why he does not want to, like sound like an Indian. But I didn't say like I'm of course I'm an Indian. I don't want to change my identity, but the way I listen to people, if I talk to friends from USA, UK, so I get an impact, and of course
Yes,
I want to learn the right pronunciation as well.
yes, yes, yes. That's true.
All these
Indeed,
things are there. Mhm.
you are spot on, I would say, and on the nose. A different phrase I'm using on the nose. Okay, on this positive note, I would say it was an euphoric conversation with you, and thank you so much to join with me. And what else I can